All right, welcome to the Lowdown, brought to you by Unibet. I'm Dev Sahni, and joining me today is a man who could deadlift perhaps 1,000 Dev Sahnis. It is, of course, only one man, the juggernaut, Joe Joyce. And look at that, look at those. Goodness me, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Dev. How's it going?
Good. I'm good. You've just shown off the biceps. I don't know why I'm doing mine, but obviously you've just shown off yours. Does that suggest you're on the mend somewhat?
Yeah, I'm on the mend, feeling good. Going to be starting, doing more resistant stuff and like getting towards the punching stage. So yeah, things are going really well. Looking forward to like the future and like plenty of big fights out there for me. And yeah, just on the mend and getting ready for action.
Bit of a frustrating setback in February. I think we was all set to go in February with you, and we were on the cusp of announcing that show, and then obviously the injury popped up. So not great.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunate. There's, but the journey continues, and I'm on. Made a really good, really speedy recovery, and I think I'm going from strength to strength. Going to be probably heading out to Vegas at some point, and getting ready for the next challenge.
When do you expect to be out?
Looking like the April, May kind of time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I saw on your social media you put out a post which had the big juggernaut just sort of looking down, presumably at the rankings. Have you got someone in mind?
Well, there's some. So I'm obviously number one in the WBO, so that's probably like the most solid route for me right now. Also like ranked 2 in the WBC. So of those two organizations, I would be looking down at who my next opponent will be. And there's some interesting names. One that's, I guess, been mentioned, Joseph Parker. That would be an interesting fight, and one I'll be looking forward to, and it's one of them top names. So, but there's also like there's the thing with Fury and White. So that might, I don't know, maybe I could get in there. But there's plenty of good fights, and I just need to get in the mix.
You're keeping an eye on all of this and what's going on, but obviously with your position as WBO number one, those belts are tied up for now. At least we know that all those world title belts are going to be tied up a little bit, but you've got something that people want. Hence, these guys are kind of vying to get hold of you.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm here, and I'll be waiting for some opportunities and challenge when they arise in the near future.
When you're looking at this whole Tyson Fury, DILLIAN WHYTE situation, Anthony Joshua against Usyk, you've talked about the rankings that you've got, number one with the WBO, highly ranked with the WBC. I think you said you're number 2 there as well. Are you sort of licking your lips and thinking it's only a matter of time before I get there?
Yeah, too right. Yeah, so there's just need to, like, boxing is just such a mad game where, like, you think the deals are done and the contracts are signed, and then all of a sudden there's a plot twist, and so you never really know where. But I mean, you can plan, and you have a route to where you want to go, either like with Dubois as a ladder, or it could be a snake. But there's like these opportunities you can have, and that's why it makes it so exciting. And then people then start to speculate, and you think the fight's done, and all of a sudden there's a change. And so it's. But I mean, I will get there in the end, and I'm in touching distance, and I'm looking at who I can fight in the meantime while these other belts are being tied up.
When that purse bid scenario all happened and Frank Warren, Queensberry came out as the big winners, $41 million, what did you think when you saw that news of Frank winning the purse bids for Fury versus White?
Well, yeah, that he's he's the money man. He's got the money man. He's putting up the big offers for that fight. So I'm looking for when those kind of numbers will be putting up for my fight. So be strategic and get to where I want to be, and then I can demand some of these kind of purses.
I'm sure it's only a matter of time before the Juggernaut can make those demands. Scheming. Listen, around all of that, the whole Fury, White, Joshua, Usyk, there was talk of step aside. There were talk that maybe Anthony Joshua was going to step aside, maybe Dillian White would step aside, and the big undisputed fight would happen. If you were Anthony Joshua in that situation, would you have stepped aside?
We're talking about millions here to step aside, to not fight, and to just like, okay, you're going to give me some money. Okay, thank you. So there's obviously that, but then obviously Joshua's thinking, oh, legacy, so and this, that. So I think he's going to take the fight, the rematch, and then we'll see if it's see if he's got the hunger to freaking to deliver and beat up Usyk the second time round. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight, and there's this interesting fight with Dillian White and Fury, that Tyson Fury. I'd like to see that. So yeah, so there's some fights that need to be tied up before like the heavyweight landscape is looking very interesting at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly there's lots going on, but talk to me about that then. You just mentioned Joshua Usyk. How do you see that fight playing out? You were one of the voices initially saying, why didn't he just, rough him up a bit more, use his size kind of thing? What are you expecting from the rematch?
I know Joshua's going to come with something different. He's been, he's training behind the scenes, and he's, very competitive. So he'll be, doing all what he can to, I guess, listen to what he's been taught, what he's being told, and to the new techniques and stuff that he's gonna, and the new game plan that that's gonna go in against Usyk. But Usyk, on the other hand, is, he's already beaten once before, so he already knows what he's got, and I think he was ready as soon as the bell rang. He knew exactly what he needed to do. So it will probably be like he's more relaxed, and like it'll be a repeat one for him. But it's up to Joshua to step up and get his belt back, snatch them back from him, like by any means possible. That's gonna have to make it rough and ugly in there to get them back, and then we'll see the fight hopefully with Fury and White, see how they get on, and then and then maybe perhaps we'll see the Joshua Fury, or maybe we'll see Usyk Joshua. Let's see.
Yeah,
Usyk, freaking Usyk White, I reckon, or maybe Usyk Fury. Who knows?
Or maybe any of them against Joe Joyce.
Or maybe I'll just like creep in there and say, Juggernaut's here, and then just stomp through all of them.
Take over. But on Fury White, then, how do you see that one playing out?
Fury White. So I think, because I've seen Fury against CHISORA, and like I think White and CHISORA got quite a similar style and stature. That I see. I mean, it's going to be a good fight, entertaining fight, but I think because Fury's so much taller and got a long range, it's going to be hard for Dillian White to get in range to throw them body shots, to snatch his body away from him, and that. So, so if Dillian needs to be coming forward with that head movement, and like trying to get in the inside. And obviously Fury's got the long range, and it'll be like he can dart around on the outside, peppering him with a jab, and of course he can jab with both hands. So that's another thing White's going to have to deal with.
We've seen different versions of Tyson Fury, even just like against Deontay Wilder. The first one, he was doing what you said. He can move around, he can dart around, and he can avoid punches. The second one, he just sort of went through Deontay Wilder. Third one, bit more of a tear up, but he ended up just walking him down and knocking him out. What sort of Tyson Fury do you think you'll see against Dillian White?
I think he'll probably mix it up. he'll do a bit of both. He's obviously got the long range tactics and can switch to that. He's got that style down. But then also, like as he showed with Wilder Part 2, he could just go on in and like juggernaut him.
Yeah, it feels like there was a quiet respect from Joe Joyce for those juggernaut-like performances from Tyson Fury, huh?
Yeah, I guess it's like I look at Fury and the skills he got, and like you try and take a bit here and there from people, and like see if that works in your training camp against the opponent, what worked, and like with the different styles of the fighters, styles weight fights and all that.
Yeah, and you've done a lot of sparring with him as well. Like you're quite pally, aren't you? You and Tyson.
Yeah. Like, I like Tyson. And even Joseph Parker for that matter. But then at the end of the day, you're going to probably share a ring with them. No matter how much you may like them, when it comes down to it, you need to it's a sport, but like you're both going to be like throwing shots and trying to avoid shots. But then obviously after the fight's finished, then you both have respect for each other. But it's that challenge, and the sporting competitive nature, which is great to watch, by the way. So yeah, hopefully we'll see that fight.
Have you just based on what you mentioned there, have you actually boxed someone that you like yet? Has that happened yet?
Oh yeah, I mean, early on, Fraser Clark, we boxed like loads of times, and I literally shared a room with him on the GB in Sheffield, in sunny Sheffield.
And how was that? How
and
were
yeah,
you
interesting to see his debut and stuff like that. Actually, mentioning Fraser Clark and all the other Olympic guys and girls.
How far do you think Fraser Clark can go?
I think he can like me. He's got a lot of experience, so he can, and he's done WSB as well. So he doesn't have to like spend time having a lot of easy fights. He can step in at a good level and then like maintain it and like look at be strategic, and he's got he's still got a bit of time on his side. He's it's a similar situation to me, but I've come a long way in quite a short space of time, and he'll realize when he's like fighting these guys, and once he gets the ball running, that he'll be chasing like.
There's clear parallels there between Fraser Clark and yourself in terms of when turning over pro, and I guess he's probably gonna fast track, as you mentioned there. Has he reached out to you for any advice?
No, he hasn't. Fraser Clark's been in the sport a long time, and he knows he's been around enough to like. I don't think he needs my advice. I'll probably go for him for advice. There's much I know about boxing.
Oh no, I'm sure you're a very knowledgeable boxing man. Joe, I want to try. I want to try something, right? I want to try something. I want to throw some names at you, right? Just names in the heavyweight division. They may even be UFC fighters in the heavyweight division.
Do I catch them or?
Yeah, well, you can catch them and then just like say something about them. So, say for example, I say to you, Tyson Fury, you're going to go, and then whatever it is you're going to say. I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but I just want to throw some names at you. Okay, so Joe, if I say the name to you, Tony Yoka, what goes through your head?
Big final rematch. One of these days. Be good to have a repeat or revenge or whatever fight like that. Would be good. Ryoka.
Presumably not a repeat.
Huh?
Presumably not a repeat.
Yeah, not a repeat. No. But I mean that's an interesting fight in the future. But I've got I'm on the route to a world title, so I need to deal with that, and then I'll deal with him.
Okay, I'm going to keep him going. Tyson Fury.
Yeah, got respect for him. A great fighter, but hey, it's heavyweight boxing, so that's a fight I'd like, and I'm sure the fans would like to see that too.
Daniel Dubois.
Yeah, fellow Frank Warren boxer. He's also in a very Frank's got him in a very good position again with the WBA, so he's on the verge of a world title. Strong guy, strong, young, hungry lion. Yeah.
Francis Ngannou.
Proper powerhouse UFC fighter. Shared the ring with him. I could. His power. He's got some power. So yeah, he's. It'd be a dangerous fight. It'd be a dangerous fighter. It'd be good to see him getting in there with the boxing to mix things up. Okay,
Oleksandr Usyk.
Yeah, that's another fighter I've fought before. So. That'd be good to get a rematch, and he's at a good level. Let's see how he deals with Joshua if he can repeat what he did the first time, and be happy to challenge him again. But obviously, he got a lot of respect and from the amateur days and stuff. So be good for a good fight.
Anthony Joshua.
Well, another person I fought in the amateurs. And I guess I wanted to be his rival, but he was by the time I got in the GB team, he was already qualified for London, and then of course made massive what he did in London and for the sport of boxing, and that's going to be one fight. Eventually, I'll fight him after all this stuff was going on now.
Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, Deontay Wilder, one of the only guys that I haven't sparred, and he's similar like a Coley actually, stature and stuff, and definitely packs a punch. So that's another big name. A potential fight.
All of these guys, you're just seeing them as food, aren't you? You're just seeing them as potential. Yeah, hopefully I'll get to fight him later.
Yeah, these challenges, because each boxer presents they have a style and they have a way about them, and there's something that you have to hone your skills in different directions to be able to overcome them. So yeah, and obviously there's a lot of incentive financially, etc.
Just a bit. And the last one I'll just ask you on, just to say what comes to your mind. If I say the name to you, DILLIAN WHYTE.
Yeah, that's another name that would really like to. I mean, who wants to see that fight? That'd be a great fight.
Okay, all right, Joe. Thanks for doing that. Before I let you go and get back to your Thursday afternoon, anything you want to tell us? Any teasing news?
Not really. Just looking to fight April, May. So just get ready for some explosive showdowns and some news. Follow the news. Follow me on the socials, and have a great day.
All right. Look, this is a lovely message. Oh, before I let you go, just one thing that came to mind. I saw on your Instagram there was a video of what looked like 5, maybe 6 men doing a tug of war on one side with yourself, and you'd put it around your neck. I mean, how is the neck?
Yeah, the neck's all right.
Yeah. I mean, presumably, it looked very, very dangerous for those guys. Yeah, I almost got a sweat on. It was good. Good. We're gonna.
It's strengthening it. I mean, I helped them out. They helped me out. One of them.
It's good to do. It's good to do this sort of work, Joe. Yeah. Only Joe Joyce. I'll let you go, my friend, and we look forward to hearing some news from you soon. And good luck with the rest of your recovery.
All right.
All right. Cheers, Joe.